All right, getting ready to fuel up. Got my Honda HP2. We're gonna do 40 to 1. A tank of gas in my 046 is I think it's 0.8 liter. So I'm gonna go ahead, I've got 750 milliliters of fuel. I did an online calculator for 40 to 1. Told me I needed 18.75. So I got like 19 milliliters of oil in here. I usually double check my fuel. I get it from the same place. This is ethanol free gas. So if you ever want to know, now to be more scientific about it, if you want to know exactly how much ethanol is in there, if you can get a graduated beaker like this, you put 1 part water in the bottom, 9 parts fuel, you shake it up, and then however much it goes up past 10 is your percentage of ethanol, because the ethanol will latch onto it. I just want to make sure that I'm still getting E-free gas that has a dedicated pump. So I just got, make sure that's right on 10 milliliters. I'm just going to pour in some of my non-ethanol gas that I got yesterday. And I just want to see if it goes up from there. Let me do this. I don't think I can do it one-handed. But the ethanol in there is, and you'll kind of notice, if I can get that in there the way it looks, but you'll see those oil globules. You don't notice that as much with ethanol fuel. But if you're right in there, I'm still hanging right at 10 milliliters. So like I said, that's just a great way to check to make sure you're getting exactly what you're supposed to. You know, and I think they're actually allowed a small percentage of ethanol fuel in non-ethanol gas. Some companies have a little bit more scruples, and they use a dedicated truck to deliver their ethanol-free fuel. Sometimes there can be a little leftover in the lines or whatever, but regardless, no, I've got a tried and true. I do this over and over again with this gas station, and consistently that's what I get. If you'll go back and look at that video where I actually measured the amount of oil that was in these pre-measured bottles, you'll see how thin that oil was. And this stuff is just gloopy, man. And it wants to go straight to the bottom. So we're going to have to agitate this just a little bit. And that's just going to be one of those byproducts. I knew this would happen. I didn't know how well this would mix. But I'm going to give this a second to continue to drain. I get everything in there, and then we'll swish it around and get it poured up in the solid. Go do some test cuts. Just a couple of quick cuts. Let you know that it's in tune, it's running right, sharp chain, yada, yada, yada. All right, see you back at the shop. All right, back at the shop. Saw it set overnight, and let me do a little bit of quick tear down, and then we'll do the final disassembly, pull the cylinder off in real time. I do have to say, and I hate using like I think I feel in these oil videos, but I swear the saw ran a little cooler. Now, it was cooler outside yesterday, but as far as, you know, when you've got your hand on top here, I didn't feel the normal amount of heat. So hopefully that's a good sign. Less friction, better lubrication. It's what we're looking for. All right, there's a quick shot of, just pull the muffler cover off. I got a few pieces off of here, so I think this is as good a spot as any. let me put you in the stand and then we'll finish tearing this down. You know, I mean, just pulling your muffler cover will only tell you a little bit. That's why I really do like doing these quick tear downs. You know, I've got plenty of other saws that we could do this with, but I've mentioned this a couple of times in other videos that, you know, just by the simplicity of this design, these don't drag out too terribly long. Come on. Whoops, lost one. You know, I had a thought yesterday while I was mixing this. Honda recommends for this HP2 to be mixed at 32:1. That's their recommendations. And I mean, I'm sure it would be even better than what we will see today. Well, just at a glance, I sure do like what I see. Let's take you in and get a little closer look at how this HP2 did in a chainsaw. Let's see. Just a light whisper of any, I mean, hardly, I know it's just one tank, but we've actually run a few of these oils and seen carbon just as a wash pattern. You know, so you can just take that for what it's worth. You know, again, you know, just really nice sheen on everything. And, you know, you can see a little bit on top. Some of this ester doesn't actually burn, if I understand it correctly. You know, that's got a little shiny here. That's not wear. This factory OEM cylinder, I've never touched the intake on it. And, you know, it's just, I might need to just kind of sand that a little bit. I noticed I had a little bit of wear last time. You see this polishing right there. And I think that's just part of that intake port. But if we look in here, you know, I mean, we just got, look at that. There's just nice oil film on everything. And again, this is only at 40:1. Let's take a look down here in the crankcase. And a little bit of light on that. You know, you can see a little bit of that pooling oil down there. Everything's just got a fantastic coating of oil on it. And we only see that with some of the higher, you know, to that level of sheen, I don't know. Saber would be right there with that at 40:1. Red Armor. But boy, she's slick as a minnow. I'm very impressed. All right, let me pause right here and see if there's anything else we can point out. All right, so here's my honest thought about all of this. I couldn't be more impressed. This is leaps and bounds better than what anything the manufacturers for chainsaws, Steel, Echo, Husky, offer us. As far as the amount of oil film that's on everything in here, nothing. Even the Saber hasn't been that good. So again, I'm looking forward to doing the rest of these and find out, is this just, head and shoulders above these other racing oils? But anyway, we'll find out. I won't be able to do another oil test for a few more days, but I want to thank everybody for staying this far. Again, whoever's first in the comments, let me know which one you want to see next. The Caster, the H1R, or the Motul 800 off-road. Anyway, time to subscribe, throw me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.